haven't watched part 1, go watch part 1. Obviously, maybe watch this bit first and then go watch part 1. Watch part 1, which is basically putting this little steam engine together, which I got sent by lovely people called Enginediyshop. So take a look at that. The information should be below. But we're going to do a separate video showing us unboxing it and showing us it fully done. And as you can see, my brother is here to put it all together. So he's got this far, and we've had about an hour since we did that other live video because we had to upload it, you see. So I had dinner in between that. But Billy was itching to get that going.
Chomping at the bit, weren't you, love?
And we had to tie him down, and then we had to put a sandwich in his mouth just to keep him satisfied. So he was struggling very much, but now we're going to let him loose. So here you go.
Back to Billy. Go on, Billy.
So we've done part 6, which was putting the main shaft through the big wheel. So we're moving on to part 7 now, which is putting that little drive pulley there onto the upper side of the shaft. So there's a little spacer, a little tiny spacer going just on the end of the shaft there, and then I've already put the grub screw in to hold it and the Allen key in ready, so that just simply sits on with the biggest side of the cog on first. So obviously, like last time, get the flat plane of the shaft vertical, or well, horizontal, sorry, and then the grub screws vertical to that, and then just nip it up again, nice and tight, and then that is now nice free spinning. Like, that is unbelievable, really, for quality of that.
It's spinning!
Oh, it's not.
It's spinning!
Look how smooth it is.
That's insanely smooth.
Let's get a little video of it from my thing. It's not even making a noise.
Nice. Just
go on, do it again. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. That's very therapeutic. You could sit watching that spinning, couldn't you, all day?
So that, then, is part 7 done.
Oh, well done, Billy.
Yeah, part 7 is definitely done because we've got, got all them on. So, part 8 now is putting the arm between, so to join, what was that called? Not too sure what that was called. Where's the arm gone? So there's part of it. So that's the arm itself. Slots on there. So then there's another little pin. Same idea as the main drive one as such. It just has a little flat plane on it and just secures in with a grub screw. So you see a little flat plane on it again there, and well, that goes through there, but in between the rocker arm like that. So I'll just put it in, and you can see, obviously try and get it square to the hole, and then when you put the grub screw in, it'll fit nice and in. So that's now the rocker arm on there with that pin through, and then the grub screw goes at the top. So I'll just put that in so it doesn't fall out. I didn't put that last little grub screw on there. There it is. Smallest part of all.
Oh,
Brian's coming to help. And if I can see behind there, there's our rabbit, our house rabbit, Brian. Just don't let him chew the instructions. It's come to see what we're doing. Oh, Brian.
He's gone.
He's gone.
I got bored very fast once I realised I had to do some work.
I don't know whether that's coming flat, to be fair. Let's just check that.
So have you had to use the tweezers much?
No.
So it's not as fiddly as... as you thought.
Right, it's not doing that bad. Just making sure that flat plane on the rod through is actually sat horizontal, so it is on the lowest part when the grub screw goes in, so it doesn't slip back on. So
Well, that
that's now that arm with the grub screw through and the pin in, so that's not coming off, and then that needs to be basically fixed there as such, which this little bolt here does. I'll just check that there's nothing.
You want to show that in the screen?
Yeah, number 8, wasn't it? Yeah. So that pin going through there. That should be that sorted. So. So that bolt, the threads basically stop part way down, so it has a bit of a shank on it, so when that's tight, this still has a bit of free play, obviously, so it doesn't, you know, tighten up and stop the whole process moving. So that just nips up there. Nice and tight, and then
Oh, look at
that's the
that.
action of it now.
What's he doing now?
Look at it, it's got a little bit of
Look at that. Well, that's smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's properly getting going
Wonderful,
now.
isn't it?
How free moving that is. It's amazing.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Then, as far as I'm aware, that is, yeah, that's section number 8. If we can see, section number 8 done.
Well done, Billy.
So then, on to number 9.
You're loving this, aren't you?
I am actually. I like it. We need to get this odd fandangled thing.
This is absolutely brilliant. You can see the little cogs. They're
Well,
amazing.
As
But
that
somebody's
spins
built that.
round, it gets wider. So basically,
Let's have a look.
these move up
Oh, they do. Go and
with
do it
the
again.
G-force, and it pushes down. You see on that pin there.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you see that spring on basically pushes down. I'm not sure why it does that yet. I think. Oh, that must be a valve.
Right.
Well, that's a relief valve or something. I'm not too sure.
There's some work gone into that, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
That's unbelievable, really.
So we need to undo this one on the bottom.
Yeah.
But I'll just keep that spring in there because it just has to go through the base plate there. But also we need to put a pipe in.
You won't be able to see
between.
that. You'll have to turn it round
Yeah.
to the screen.
How do I?
That's it. You're mirroring
I'm
it.
trying to mirror something backwards. The pipe there, right between the two sections. So this, where it goes on the end there. So that little pipe should be in there. A little pipe and a drive belt. I presume for this section. Is there any more drive belt? I presume it's all in this packet. So piece there. Just a little section of pipe. I'm going to put on this end. So slots on easy as that. There, and then just going to have to do this on the table because I've got to be very careful.
So bring the camera towards
no,
it.
just leave it because you'll mess it up. So just take that bottom one out, but obviously watch the spring. And then push it into the pipe. Now we need to put that one back up in there through the plate. Screwing that one back in through that spring, just sits slightly through it. The pipe's on, so that's not going anywhere, it's not coming off. Then there should be another bolt, a slightly short one, which I presume will be that one.
Used all this stuff, so
Just don't move stuff like that.
I know, it's just this is all done.
Right, they're in. So nip them up as well. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Okay. I'm just talking about say.
So next thing,
Yeah, it's looking fine.
the drop. There we go.
I can see that.
Just slip that round like that, and then it's all starting to work together now. So I presume the faster that spins, the more it drops. More it drops a pin there, and I think that opens a valve here. I'm yet to sort of work it out myself, but that must then go to the boiler. So what step are we on now? We've done 9. Have we completed 9? Yes. Yeah, so 9's up to the belt. We've got the belt on. So number 10 is starting to make the frame. So we need a piece out of here. So this is a firebox as such. Two very nice stainless steel pieces.
Very well, cut that there.
Yeah, I think they're identical, so it shouldn't bother in which way we put them. No, they're identical. So that wants to go like so there. with, if I can find them, these little brass pieces here, these little sections in between, like that. So just bolt them up. But it's only on the bottom, so I need to get more bolts out of the second bag. I presume this is going to be quite fiddly, this one. Put it on its side, pull that through the
Can they
pulley.
see what you're doing there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that in. So that bolt under there is going through this plate and into the rod like that. So same again on this hole, there's one next to it. So put that in and then we can nip that up. If I can get it now. We'll just go ahead and not use the wrong Allen key, and then we should just be able to, spanner should fit on the other side of them because they're like hexagonal. There we go, so just lightly nip them back up as well, and then that should be the first side to our firebox. Just check that there in line. They're nice and tight. Them two moulding these two bars in which plate sandwich between as well, and then we leave the top two open because that's where the boiler, when the frame is made up, will sit on top, and the two straps to hold it in. So then the next part we want to do, yeah, so that's number 10. Number 10 complete. And then
I just saw your comment, but I couldn't read it fast enough because of basically it goes up and then it disappears very fast, and I don't actually know yet how to read the comments because of, even though I've done a lot of live videos, I haven't done these long, so I don't know how full it works, but I'm gonna try and find out if I can comment later. So I'll see it later. But hi, I don't know what you've put, so sorry.
Yeah, can you put, if you've put a comment just now, can you re-comment it again while we're watching? Because once we HD the video, that comment goes, and I don't know how you get them back. So if you want to comment something to Billy, can you please re-comment? Thank you.
so the next step is number 11. There we go. So these two sides in. What else have we got? And then the two other brass bits like that, and the other side. So we'll slot this one goes about there, because there's also a little hole in it for a pipe to go through, I presume. So it does go a particular way on that one, and then this one to the front, because that's where you put your little fire in.
Ooh.
Not a fire.
Yeah.
How small would the fire be? Like a miniature fire.
Ooh.
Let's check I'm not missing anything.
Would we need miniature pieces of coal?
Yep.
I'd be actually quite cheap actually if you just need one piece of coal and plate it up.
Yes, I need that side on that way. This is getting a little bit awkward. Right, so there.
Hello! I saw that one, it was a shorter one so I could read it in time, so hello! Basically saying hello to all of us.
Alright, hello. It's a bit hard because I'm trying to work on this and then trying to catch the comments as well.
I don't bother about the comments. I'll try and do that one.
They go so, they just pop up and go so quick.
And then they just like disappear, like up for a second and gone.
Right, so same again. These two little brass bars are going on the other side of this, basically there. But how I'm going to hold all that together, I do not know. I think we'll get
You know I'm
a
here
bolt
to help.
prepared
Yeah, but
ready.
he's supposed to be doing it by himself because people might not have somebody to help.
Yeah, bolt prepared
Could just
ready.
appear and go.
Tip it on its side, like so. I hope it doesn't fall apart. Can we see the life on it? Stick wire around about there. Put that in. And then, fingers crossed, we've got it.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, well
Simple
done.
as that.
Well done.
So then, second one, same again. We'll get his little bolt on his Allen key first. There, ready.
There was just a comment, but it was a very complicated one, and I'm dyslexic, so it didn't go down well.
I looked at my screen and I can't see it.
I don't know what you commented. It went and gone. Do you reckon that button there, comment? You reckon?
Yeah, but I don't touch it in case it turns it off. There is a... Should I press it?
Just
Right, if you all go, I'll have to do part 3. I'm going to press a button.
We'll see.
Top chat, some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. All messages are visible. None. So live chat. So I'll just press that. I'm pressing another button. There's nothing. Aha!
Oh, there you
Yay!
We found
Right.
the comments.
See?
If you need to test it without heat or a live burner, try using a compressor. Oh, it's gone off again.
Right, so I'm just...
Try using a compressor air source for indoor safety. When you've got a billy in your life, that's you. Oh no, hang on. When you've got a billy, it's not rude about Billy. When you've got a billy in your life, it's probably all you need. It's probably the longest you've sat still quiet all your time until yes, that's definitely true. I agree with you there.
I don't think so.
It is. Matilda is just as she is. We all love her in her car videos. Not action man, but an action lady. Why did they keep going? Why did they keep cutting off? Hi, Billy and Matilda and Mum. Hi. However, if you need to test it without heat or live burner, I think that's the same one, but they keep fading out. And live heat burner, try using a compressor and source for indoor safety.
Mine's off.
Thank you very much for all your comments.
Thank you. Brian was saying hi to them.
I'm sure it was.
He's gone now. Brian only likes to be held for a short period of time. He likes it, but then he goes, and then so everything's sort of on his command. He'll come and see you when he wants.
Right, so now we've got firebox somewhat on. You can see them brass rods there, all bolted underneath through, so that's nice and tight. I definitely did, yes, yeah, I have done that. Just checking.
Miss the main bit out,
Right.
you have to.
So
It's like missing out on fire.
that should then be, yeah, stage 11. We're flying now. Stage 11 is done. So stage 12 is just says piercing through this hole. So basically there's an outlet for the boiler that has to go through that hole that I mentioned before at the front here. So yeah, pretty much just get the boiler, which this is
Big
quite
fancy.
a nice little thing.
Got a little mirror window
See
inside of it.
inside. So yeah, a little valve on top, quite a nice little valve.
Very cute.
Presume that's where it fills, and then that's the whistle. So yeah.
That whistle's going to be interesting.
So that should then, try and do it on a bit of a better angle if you can see. The outlet pipe there basically slots somehow. we go. So that's coming out there. Right enough. That's sat on there. So then, that's step 12 done.
That's easy.
Have you nearly built it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then 13 is.
That's amazing.
So I'm
I still have to do part 3
struggling to
just
see
to
there
get
was
it
some.
running.
Oh, yeah.
I can't work out what these little. There's some. They're actually little like circles, but they're stamped out of a piece of sticky back sort of rubber.
Well, I just bit to sit the feet on
I
so it
don't-
doesn't move.
Oh,
On the
mate.
table doesn't damage the table.
No, because you can't fit them under there, so I'm not too sure yet. But we haven't come across them. I haven't missed them out, have I? Or have I? Oh, I don't think I've missed them out.
How many is the
Oh,
4?
Yeah.
It's got to be for the feet.
Anyway, next step is these brackets over the boiler into the tops of them rods we put in before. So, the brackets, there they are.
Oh, it's beautiful those. There's not actually that much packaging really for it, is there?
No,
I mean, I know
We use all the bags.
wait, these bags are reusable because they've got the sticky stuff. And then we
We
got
got 2 box.
2 of these. And these they weren't all separately packaged, they were just like that.
so them brackets are just going over there.
Just to keep it in place.
So, same as we everything, we'll get the bolts just located in on both brackets, all 4 bolts, just to make sure they fit, and then we'll tighten them all up once they're all in, because otherwise we'll end up pulling the bracket to one side and not be able to get the others in. So basically fit everything together slack and then tighten everything up at once.
It's very good colour coded as well, isn't it?
Beautiful.
That's very nice. So that's once I've got this one in, that's all 4 in, I can tighten that down. So we'll just put them up to, well, just tighten them up a little bit and then we'll go around and nip them all. Like so. So give them all a nip. So, there we go. So that's now boiler fixed on in place. So what step does that bring us to? That's step 13.
How many steps is there?
16.
Mm-hmm.
So 14 is what we got. Don't forget the steam. Oh, hang on.
I'm trying to read
Is
it.
it that button there?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you press the
It
live
only stays for a certain
Live
amount of time.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only stays really quickly.
Is that one there? Bottom.
Bottom.
Hole.
Don't forget to test steam blower valve before live testing. Yeah, we'll try and blow a cell up off camera.
I'll make a brilliant video.
So that pipe
Get loads of views, Matilda.
that we're doing there between the boiler and the twisty thingamabobber, I'm gonna call it, but the I presume some sort of valve as it gets faster. So that's this section of pipe here. too sure on this one. I presume they're spare. Just that pipe anyway. So that pipe goes. If I can get it on there. So I try and make sure that doesn't have a kink in it or anything. That's on. So that's definitely from there to there. That's 14 done. Little pipe there, as you can see. So next step. 15 is a little fire trap. So that'll be simple enough. We've got a little tray there where you put your fuel in, and then these are little wicks up there. There we go. Which way are they going in? They're going in like that, so they are like perforated, so it soaks up the fuel what you put in, and then light this section. It burns under the boiler. So, there we go. That one. Oh, don't drop it on the floor. That one in there. A little tray like that, and obviously fill it up with fluid, and then you should slide it in like that. Yeah, that works lovely. So I'll show you in the back there. Try and do it the other way around. Yeah, like that. So light it, and then lovely. And I think. Oh no, we've still another bit to it actually. Sorry, my mistake. It's not quite there. We need that other piece. That's 16.
So are these spares?
I presume so.
Or do you reckon it's like something to do with the fact of power?
That goes that way. So that's just a little. I think it keeps the wicks.
That's great, isn't it, with this? Does that turn? Oh, it does. Look at that.
Does it turn 4?
To take pressure off, surely. It's brilliant, isn't it? Does this come off?
Oh.
This bit? This bit?
No.
No, don't take that off then.
Don't.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
My mistake. That way.
Place engine on fireproof surface before use. That's the comment. Another comment.
Good advice.
Good advice. But I don't want my table taken out. not my vintage table.
Stick it on the
Yeah, I've got a big burn hole in it.
I think this
Does that
should
just sit on there like that then? Yeah, it does. Oh no, there. Up and down. Sorry, people. My mistake.
Stone is great. Thank you, Paul. I'm going to do it outside. I didn't even realise that you could do that.
do what?
Well, I just thought you looked at it. I didn't realise we were going to light it.
Right, so there.
I just thought it was a model to look at and twiddle round.
Well, I thought it was moving some way. Because you see the little small ones, don't you?
Yeah, you do it
Finicky
when you
with
go
it.
to the things, don't you?
Yeah,
Model.
very finicky.
Exhibitions. You see them moving around, don't you?
Right, so we want little tray looking like that there, with wicks on the top.
It's like a little one you use on a camper van, isn't it? Like the cookie wicks.
I wonder if we could
So
cook
then
something on it.
that goes in and just seals the back there. Creates your little fire hole. So then that is part 15 done and part 16 done.
So is that done?
That's it.
Yay! Well done, Billy.
So now,
Well done. Good lad.
presume it just uses a
I mean,
fluid.
we're showing everybody right up to the
Yeah.
camera how wonderful it is.
So
Look at that.
Finished
Give her a little-
piece.
little worm.
That is wonderful, isn't it?
Detail.
Look at them. It moves and it's so balanced.
It is very nice.
It's wonderful.
So I presume we just
What a masterpiece, really, isn't
fill
it?
it up with water. Fill that little tray up with fuel under there, well, in that tub, and then light it, and just wait for the water to boil.
Are you going to do that then?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
then you can blow the whistle.
Oh, I can't wait for the whistle. That's
Blow
going to
the
be
I know,
so
it's gonna be
epic.
like the whistle's
Otherwise,
gonna
I
be.
think what will happen is once it starts to create steam, obviously you open this valve here. So open that top valve, steam will come out there through here, and then create this piston going up and down. So this one will start going up and down, which you can adjust here, and that'll in turn spin the wheel. And then once it gets going fast, as in up to a certain speed, I think what happens is these balls, basically with the
Centrifugal force.
that's the one that I'm thinking of, come outwards, which in turn pushes that valve down when they're spinning that fast, and cuts the steam supply off, and then when it slows down again it'll come back, so it'll just keep it at a certain rate.
So that's like the accelerator.
Yeah, and I will oil it all first, yeah. But no, that's yeah, basically
So what are you going to oil it with?
speed. Just normal oil.
Just normal engine oil.
Well, something a little bit thinner, I think, for this.
Something to cope with the heat. Well, I suppose
Yeah,
engine oil
I'll
copes,
have
isn't it?
something
Immense
in the
heat, doesn't it?
workshop, but yeah, should be all spot on.
So are
with
you
that.
going to do that now?
Yeah, can do.
Right, part 3.
Right, there's
And
gonna
we'll
be
do part 3 outside
Outside. Not on my table.
on concrete.
There's
Don't
gonna
to
be-
blow the flat up.
I presume that little tray's just
Cycle oil. Somebody's put Paul's put cycle oil.
Yeah, to be fair,
Have we got cycle oil though?
I'll have some.
All right, we'll have some
I've-
cycle oil.
About 50 different ranges of oils.
Oh,
in the
we'll
workshop,
try
so
cycle oil then.
there'll
Thank
be
you for that.
something. Have we got the main picture to start off with?
Right, are we done then?
Yeah.
Right, thank you very much for
thank
watching.
you.
Oh, wait on.
That little tray there, that goes under. Where does it come out at now? Where does it come out at? All right, there's a little bit of pipe missing. Condensated water comes out. How can I?
Got
Show it that
my
you can see.
contact number yet? No, I haven't.
That pipe that comes out there is basically condensated water once it's been through the cycle. So all that cycle I've just explained, and it finishes coming through the piston, and it'll go out there and drop into this little tray. So once it's cooled down,
Right.
that's it. That's what that little tray's for. Just slide it under there, like so.
Brilliant. So is that done?
right,
Sorted.
brilliant. Look
Off
out
we
for
go.
part 3, which will be coming after we've got this one uploaded, and then if you haven't watched part 2, watch part 2, and then come and watch part 3 of us getting it all running. So,
Then we're going to go outside and do it.
see you then.
See you later. Bye.